My name is Sherrie Allen, and I graduated from the Spiritual Psychology program in 2004, and I completed Soul-Centered Leadership in 2005. When I came into USM, my relationship with my dad didn't exist. He abandoned us when I was 11, and he was my best friend. I loved him, and suddenly one day he walked out, and that was the end of it, and I had to get over it. I had done a lot of other things to heal myself in this area, but the biggest thing was being able to do a genogram, which is something that you do in course at USM. It's a 2-year program. And so I was able to contact him and really talk to him, like, how was that for you? You know, what was it like being married to my mother and, you know, at 25 years old, having 5 kids? So I was really able to listen to his side of the story and see what that was like. And also in tracing my family background, I was able to see that abandonment had happened throughout our family history. So he was just the next one up. And then I was able to hear my mother's side of the story. And they were both, you know, they didn't know about each other's stories and that I was interviewing them. But I was able to get both sides of the story, and I realized that it had nothing to do with me. And prior to that, I had taken it very personally, that he left me. And so once I realized that it had absolutely nothing to do with me, then I could really start to just forgive him and realize 25 years old with 5 kids, that's a lot. That's a lot to bear. I became the bridge for my family, allowing him at least some space, an existence in our lives again. We had to do a conference call, and I called him, and my sister and my mother were both on the phone. Never would have happened. And they both said hello to him, and he said hello. And I just experienced the healing, like people are starting to let it go. It's not easy, but they're starting to let it go. And he's now like coming back into the family, and I sent him pictures recently of my mother's 65th birthday party. And so just really letting him know that I love him, and if there's the possibility of being loved by them, then, you know, that's great. But I now, I'm a champion for him being in our lives and him knowing that we love him. And so now I keep in touch with him. I remember doing a process where I had to just send love and light, and I would have a picture of him on our altar, and I would have a picture of my little girl. And last year I was in New Orleans, that's where he lives, and I was able to take a picture with him as an adult woman in his bar, and now it sits on my altar. So for me, that's really complete. And before the program, I thought my father would die and I would never have a relationship with him as an adult woman and not know what that felt like. And so now I know that if my father left now, if he died, that I have a profound, very loving and complete relationship with him. And that is something that I could not have predicted prior to USM, and I'm very grateful for that. I feel very blessed to be an ambassador for my family and really holding in the loving space for our family. And it doesn't have to look like a traditional family, but there's still the love, so it's very important. It's one of the things I'm most grateful for out of my USM experience.